Hey guys, well, it's been a hot minute. Let's get down to the nitty gritty. And Chicken Little was wrong. The sky's not falling.
Nope.
And I'm in reference to what we've been hearing about on the news with the lawsuits, National Association of Realtors, which I'll refer to as NAR, paying out a very large sum of money. It still hasn't been settled. Department of Justice getting in. All coming back to this buyer agency agreement, paying for the sellers paying for buyer agent commission, which,
Right.
you know, sellers have always had the choice, but maybe not all agents have explained it correctly to them. I'm a little concerned about it, Scott.
Yeah.
How about you?
I get it. It has dominated the news, so obviously. But I think my opinion is, being in the business like you have, there's so much misinformation.
Correct.
The
Yes.
news, they like to get out the attention grabbing headlines, and just to grab the consumer's attention, like you won't be able to buy a house, or you got to pay all these extra fees out of pocket, or all these things that aren't true. I don't. We
It's
can go
also
into a little bit.
the value of your agent.
Correct.
You know, if
100%.
you trust your real estate agent and you have a good relationship, communication, which is key, obviously,
Right.
this should not be an issue.
That's what it all goes down to, explaining things and communicating, like any other part of our business. But the ones that do are going to shine and grow, in my opinion.
I agree. It seems like a disadvantage taken advantage.
Correct.
You know, when people might not want to be a buyer's agent, maybe this is the time to shine to become a buyer's agent. Just show and prove your value of what you can do. I want to disclose we are not attorneys, obviously. We are basing our information on, I feel, facts from my broker, what has been discussed with me, and what I've read. So if there are disagreements, please feel free to contact me. I don't have an issue with that. We can sit and talk. I am more than happy to do it.
I think the biggest fear factor that the media's put out is that people that are buying a house, especially if it's the first time, they're already kind of overwhelmed by the process.
Correct.
And they're already kind of overwhelmed with, let's face facts, it's about money. How much money do I need? The media is like, well, now you have to pay your realtor out of, and they think they need all this extra money. The biggest things is not to get overly detailed into everything, but the sellers can already pay a certain percentage of the buyer's closing costs anyway. That's been how it is forever.
If they chose to do so.
Exactly. It's all negotiating to help with money out of pocket. Once the ruling gets final, if it even gets finalized in July, all the different agencies on the lending side will, I'm sure, come out with something more official. But they've all kind of commented that if a seller is paying the buyer's agent's commission, that doesn't count towards the allowable percent of paying closing costs or other things. So it goes down to negotiating a price. What's that price include? And it should be business as usual as far as I'm concerned.
We felt that it was needed to bring attention to, because I have been asked about it. I don't know if you have or not. Granted, I don't know how many buyers and sellers really care about
he is really concerned about it. He heard about 5 minutes and he said, "I'm good."
He's like, "I'm out."
Or did we put him to sleep?
We might have put him to sleep, Scott. But anyways, without boring you with any going into heavy detail, if you do have any concerns about the legality reasons, for one, talk to your trusted real estate agent. They will guide you and make sure that you understand the buyer's agency agreement. And, if you have questions for your lender, please, contact Scott and myself. We'd be more than happy to sit and discuss everything with you.
The most important thing is talking to the people in the industry that you trust and you're going to work with, because there's a lot of people. I've seen a lot of comments and articles by people in our industry who aren't, I guess, too knowledgeable about it, and they're putting out misinformation.
Correct.
So it's one of those things as, talk to somebody, get referrals, talk to someone you know.
Don't let the media think that you can't buy a house. You need representation, folks. Don't do it alone. This is Claudine Andrews with eXp Realty, along with Scott Simpson and Trust Mortgage. We'll see you next time.